Alright guys, so today I'm going out again for another expedition, and this time around I'm going to Bahrain Fort in Arad. And these forts are like in ancient time, they are like 5,000 years ago that they were built, basically for defense and like let's say for economic purpose. So I'll be taking you there. The climate today looks a bit like it's gonna be raining, so let's get on it and see how it turns out. Alright guys, so we are right here at the fort. See, it's having a lot of visitors because there is a park here also. As you can see, that's the fort right there. I'm gonna get in through this gate. So they have a beautiful mall here, the Seaf Mall. After your journey in the fort, you might want to take a short break or take a snack. You have the mall right there. Alright guys, so I'm trying to be fast now because it closes at 5. That is the fort behind me, so I'm gonna get into the fort and see what's up. All right, follow me in this amazing journey. You can see the sun. It's kind of like appearing behind the cloud. It wasn't sunny the whole day of today, yeah, but then it is also time for sun to set, so let's be fast. Yeah, so I'm gonna walk to that post now. I guess that's where you get permission to get inside if you need to get into the fort. So if there is a ticket, I've got to pay for it. Getting riding. Yeah guys, so I'm paying my cat now from a gentleman. Like, one thing you need to know about Bahrain is you're Bahraini, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they are very nice people, lovely, and yeah, always smiley. It's not because I live in Bahrain, but that's the truth. If you come to Bahrain, you'll take note of that. All right, so I can just walk in. Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right, guys, so let's move in. So all of this is mine now. You understand? Yeah, so let's go see what's up there. And this thing is dated like 5,000 years. You understand? Like, this is before Christ, BC. And I mean, it is still here. You know, Bahrain has passed through transition of different let's say occupiers, you know, and so they have this history to show you. See the city over there, so nice. There you have the sea more. All right, wow, it's great. How long this has been, and yet it is still being preserved. It's amazing, right? It is amazing. We have to visit. This is the pass to visit just one BD, 100 fees. Yeah, you get in here and see this beautiful stuff. I don't know if there's a tour guide. I don't know of any yet, but I'm gonna take myself around this store and then bring it out to you. All right, guys, let's get in and see for ourselves this beautiful architecture that was placed by the Omani era when they occupied Bahrain. Yeah, so this was basically used as defense. You know, Bahrain went through different hands of occupiers, like I said earlier, and this is what was done by the Omani. I guess this is a well where they were fetching water at that time, so you can see. And this is in the 15th and 16th century, guys, so that tells you how old this has been there. All right, come with me right inside. So come with me inside, guys, as we go to enjoy the beauty of this place. Yeah, this is back in 15th and 16th century. Like, come on, I'm like thousands of years back been in this place, you need to come and see this for yourself. All right, follow up and see more. All right, guys, let me walk you around the fort before I take you inside. Now you can see the walls that were, directly close to the fort. You can see the thickness of it, and they were made of trenches which were filled with water. The water were being pulled or drawn from the well, which I showed you, like we had one outside. So over here probably was a kind of a hut for maybe the watchman of the fort, soldiers on duty. So basically, I told you this is basically for defense and also for economic purpose by the Omani. So you can see the diameter of this particular wall. Now, one thing so unique is that the fort is a square, and every end of the sides are made up of cylindrical towers, as you can see the towers from this direction. Now, the towers were like places where soldiers could place themselves and then view the city from different points and tell if an enemy is coming. So you can see the little window there. I'm going to tell you more about those, the use of this tower more as we move on in the video. But just so you know, the fort is a square and made up of these 4 cylindrical towers at the different edges, as you can see also from that direction. Now this is also something unique. Do you see the nose kind of shape? Now this nose shape were for marksmen. Now the marksmen were there, like, call them shooters. Probably if anyone has gotten too close to the fort, they will gun them down from this point. Yep, that was how solid it was. Okay, so now let's all guys, so I'm excited. I'm getting into the fort. Like, it's a warm feeling. Like, I am right here where we had great, how will you call them, grandfathers that were here in the 15th and 16th century. Good. I suppose one of them were just here and speaking. I don't know if they were speaking Arabic or Greek or whatever, but they were Omanis, and they built this fort. And you can see how good it is. Like, solid. Everything, the diameter, the thickness is just amazing. Wow, that's the dormitory we came in from. All right, so we can see here there are little rooms. So I'm going to get into this first little room before I get up and get to these other chambers. So you see there are little rooms. Wow, I don't know what they were used for. You can see this little I don't know, call it a pocket within the room. All right. Wow, so these are palm trees, date trees, the stem. Yeah, other visitors are coming here. You can see the footsteps. Man, okay, so this will supply light to the room. Of course, by then, which is the 15th and 16th century, there were no lights, so they could only harness the light from the sunlight during the day coming from up there, and probably at night they will use lamps that those ancient lamps that were giving them light. Wow, so see the rooftop, how it is. You can see it. Oh my God. Now this wood have not been changed. They've been there since time. So let's get out of this little chamber. Okay, let's get out of this little chamber. Wow, guys, it's so cold inside here. I must tell you, it's so cold inside. Then something here has also got my interest. Yeah, see, oh, this was, and this is a well. As you can see, wow, the water is so fresh. So this is a well. As you can see, this was also used for them to fetch water. So you can see the water inside of it, so clean. I don't know if it's salty, but it should be salty because Bahrain being an island, it's not surrounded by fresh water but by the Atlantic Ocean, so it should be salty. Okay, so probably this is also to allow water to drain through and get into the well, maybe when it's raining or something of that sort. Okay, there is no patrol to guide me on what these were used for, but then I am just speculating, and it might not be 100% right, but I'm trying to put my reasoning together. So here we have another kind of little chamber. As you could see, maybe the walls are falling off, but it appears it might have also been a well or a tank of collection where maybe dead or dirty water will pass through and get in here. All right, so that is it. Then we are going to get into that little room before we climb upstairs and climb the other way and see what's going on here. So you can see they basically were using date, because here in Bahrain you will not have trees. The trees you have are just shrubs, pines, and just those little trees that will not really grow up to give you stems like this most often. So date the stem of date were what they use as the main stick or rod, probably to link up the building, as you can see from there. Yeah, and that is really amazing. So before we go this way, I would like to cover here. Right here in Arad Fort, it's one of the smallest forts in Bahrain, and it's actually very captivating the way it is. I mean, you know, knowing the fact that it has been here for like how many centuries? Like this is in the 15th and 16th century when the Omani were ruling over this kingdom of Bahrain. So you can see Bahrain has gone through a lot of history before the Al Khalifa family came over and sent away they came from Kuwait and sent away the occupier at that time, and then they took over the kingdom. So that's how far Bahrain has moved, with a lot of intrinsic and exciting history telling you how the kingdom has moved so far. So let's get into this little room here. I don't know what is that, but we have to get in and see what is there. Okay guys, this is really amazing. All right guys, so let's get into this tiny room. As you can see, so look at the rocks that were used to build the walls. They were big, and that tells you why the diameter of the walls are very thick. All right guys, so moving here, this is a little room. It looks dark. Should I be afraid? No, because there are footsteps, so people also visit these areas. So getting inside, you can see the rooftop. Wow, made up of solid woods. Yeah, this is really amazing. So you can see here, probably for technology purpose, to keep the building solid. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I suppose it is to help preserve this beautiful ancient structure. So these are shelves that have been there for quite a long time. Okay, so that's great. So this is me in a dark room that has been here for over like how many centuries now. Like this was constructed in the 15th and 16th century. So I'm somewhere back into the great grandparents that used to live here, sharing what they had, and it was amazing. Feel I mean the structure, the solidness of the wall and everything. So you should be reminded that this was used basically by the Omani for defense purpose, right? So definitely everything you see is this hard and tough because they were using it for defensive purpose. All right, so climbing on these stairs now. Let me give you a view from top. Okay, so that is it. That is the top or the rooftop of the little chamber we just came from. Okay, so that is the fort, the inside of it. I'm gonna be climbing the stairs now the other way to take a perfect view of what it look like. Man, rocks are big. All right guys, let's move to what I will call the upper chamber, which is right behind me, which you can see the Bahrain flag hosted on it. So we are going to move to the upper chamber. There are two sections or two staircases. I don't know if it links, this staircase links to this other one, but then if not, I'll climb up and climb down, go back and climb to the other section, because I have to show you everything that will move out and also see the boat that they were also using. All right, so here we are climbing on the stairs. Wow. So I'm walking on the stairs that people that live in the 15th and 16th century walked on till date. So it's an amazing sight. It's really adorable, I must say. If you are walking here, be careful, because they are not protective bars to keep you from falling. Basically, I can walk from here to that end, unless I want to use the staircase. So I'm gonna walk from here to that end. It's slim, but I know I can walk from here to that end. So this is what the fort looks like from where I am standing. Wow, man, it's good. So they have blocked this area so you don't pass and risk yourself. It's amazing, trust me. That's a little hut just came from. Came from here to that end. I'll try to maintain stability. As you see, it's a bit slim, not wide enough, so you can see from down. From top, you can see the way we saw from down there. So like this is it. It's actually a very big and massive structure. If you look from on top, it's big and massive, right? So at one point you would think that, or you will come to conclude that these were the places where the guards were looking into the city or the countryside. So you can see these little windows, so it allows them to look from here to outside, and also they might have their defensive mechanism put in place that they can easily target maybe the enemies, you see. So from here you can see the all other side of Bahrain moving towards heat, and from this window you can see this other side that goes towards Manama, you understand. So, and here this window you can also see, and it looks across to Bosetin. There you have the mall, and then here this looks across to, like, let's say the island of Amwach, or across Arad to say Galali and all the like. So these windows were basically for defense. So guys, this is awesome. Like, see, it is so organized for defensive purpose. All right, for defensive purpose. So you can see those are the windows through which they can look into the different corners of the country, and this gives them a wider view far away. Remember, before now these towers were not there, so standing from a tower like this, they could see far and wide, you understand. And maybe they had the whatever their defensive mechanism to attack an enemy that's approaching, that could be placed on this window right behind me. And then from there, with the view that they are going to have of the city, you see, they can target the enemy or know an enemy is coming. And here you can see this is another part of the city, and here also takes you to another view Okay, so this is amazing. This is really built for defensive purpose. All right, so you're gonna walk with me now towards this part. Pray for me I don't stumble from here and fall. You can see down there is deep. All right, let's go. There is a hole here. I don't know where it's heading to. Yeah, it goes down. And then we have a deep plant also here. All right, so still moving across, guys. I'm good to go. So you can see some other tourists like me that came to enjoy this beauty. Okay guys, so here we are. Okay, so now this is just an example of what they were putting on the windows, like I told you. So you can see the bombs, the gunboat or something like that sort. Now this is where they will put it and target the enemy. You know, like I said, looking through the window, it gives them a wider view of who is coming to attack them. So they are definitely gonna put their defensive mechanisms within these windows and look through it and see the rest of the city, and so they can throw a bomb at whoever that is gonna attack them. Basically, these were cannons, you know, these were cannons, and they were completely for to enable to let's say dismantle their enemy. And these were the Omani era in Bahrain, right? This is amazing. So over here they also have the windows that goes through. All right guys, so now I'm gonna take you to the other side of this building. So guys, so you can see this guy here. Yeah man, so this was for defensive purpose, cannons that were also used, or that were used as a bomb that they could target the enemy and throw it at the enemy, and boom, the enemy will be destroyed. All right, so it's just amazing. We have different things to view. Don't be in a hurry. Come with me as I take you through this other part of it. It's amazing. So you can see the rest of the city from here. Okay. Wow, so this is beautiful, so amazing. The lights have just given it a very nice appearance and nice color. All right guys, just to emphasize, so you can see this pit or this drainage is a channel that comes from the well from inside. So probably they were using the well maybe for laundering purposes, cooking and other like. So if they have to do away with the water which they have used, they have to put it in a collecting sink there, and then it will run through this channel and to the outside of the fort. So they were really organized. So I'm trying to also catch up with time, and it's amazing. So I want to cover every tiny aspect, because next video I'll be taking you to different forts around Bahrain. So I want to be done with this today, and it closes at 6 on Thursdays to Saturday, that is weekends. So let's go. Wow, it's amazing. The lighting has just given it a very beautiful color. Because this is dated like 16th century back. So this is Adel ladder goods. Like I told you, it was made for defensive and economic purposes. Alright, so probably here they were keeping or storing goods that were to be distributed to the whole region. Okay, and so I like to know what these walls are made of. This is basically wood. I don't know if all of it is made of wood, or probably it's just a way to preserve it. Okay, but down I can see bricks. Probably they are built just the way they were built inside, but for some reason I might get to think that they are made of wood. Yeah, because even these edges, the sound could tell you. All right. So guys, is it not fascinating? It's so fascinating, right? Look at all these I mean, chambers with the name of jewelries, basket weaving, lounge. I mean, like I've shown you, it's so fascinating. Like, this was completely an economic center as well as a defense center. I mean, during the Omani era in Bahrain. This is amazing. All right, so over here behind me we have the palm tree paper. So here you have the palm tree paper. Here you have the Ajesa factory. I can't tell if these were right during the Omani time or they were, you know, added to this beautiful fort. But then that is what we have there. And here also we have the so you can see we have the Aziz spices, of course, the Aziz spices, as you can see there. So here we have the textile fabrics, the Opala designs and stardust. Wow. So yeah, the colors of the dust are basically different other than the green dust that we had there. Okay, so then we see that we have the Latin, we have the Al-Had copy. All right, so I am beginning to think these are modern, or not really modern, still ancient, but they were attached. I can't say for sure. Then you have the Manso Showeta suite. All right, so guys, this is really amazing. These little huts, I wish they were open so that visitors can go in and see what is happening right inside. You have the Naji waving gym. This is a gym zoom and engraving. All right, so just a little eye spy into the inside. You can see the rooftop. So they are still very let's say traditional, and they date years back, like far back. So yeah, this could be work done by great grandparents also of this kingdom. And then you have this old kind of building with windows. Yep, and this is a story building. This is a story building of one floor. All right, it's also amazing. And then we have another story building of one floor. And then it keeps going on. The name of the show, boat making. Over here they were making boats. This one is calligrapher, Old Booker. And then we have Mashmoon. We have Peninsula Farms. And what was that way? And here you're having Ali Mata. All right, guys, so I'm seeing some guys here. I don't know if they work here, if they can give us some information. So this also takes us to where the gates are. Okay, so it's been a beautiful time. Yeah, guys, so it's just amazing. These structures behind me, how nice they are, and made of wood, because I mean, I'm still gonna test again to see that they are actually made of wood, and then maybe mold around with mud or something like that. But beneath it, of course, the foundation is made of bricks, as you can see. But when you come here, you can feel the wood kind of sound also here. All right, I can't tell for sure, but I suppose they were made of wood. Yeah, because even when you look inside, take a look inside, you can see the walls are made of probably yep. So that's the rooftop. So you might want to conclude that they're made of wood. All right, so let's get to this ends as we are wrapping up the journey and see what these guys are. We would have had a more clearer information if we had a tour guide that would take you on a tour and tell you what they are. So this is the Khan Farouche. So basically these are the Farouche, called the Khan Farouche. This is kebab. Well, I know kebab as a bread. I don't know what kebab this is. So let's do research and see what it is. All right. So over here also we're having probably these are what are the remains of the boat were being made, right? So you can see they were actually very big boats. Hi brother. Hello sir, how are you doing? Well done my brother. These guys, are they also ancient stuff? The boats? Yeah. Wow. So guys, I'm being told by security brother here that these are also ancient stuff, these boats. So you can, I mean, they were really nicely built. See the decoration beside the boat, the painting. See this decoration. I remember in my grandfather's house, the chairs had this decoration. So these are also dating, if not hundreds of years back. All right. So you can see this is also an amazing one. Yeah. And here we have this big guy over here. Man, what a craft work. What a craft work. See for yourself. It's just so amazing. Yeah, it is. And then they are in this traditional kind of shelter that preserve them from too much sunlight that hits on them every passing day, since the sun is always high here in the kingdom. And then we have these tiny boats. Alright. So let me act as if I'm a passenger. I was going to sit like this or probably inside. Is it okay to get inside here? No. Yeah, so of course we need to preserve it. If people get in, it easily gets back. So people were going to sit here and there, right? And over there and over there. And probably the paddlers, see they have these to paddle. They'll put their stick to paddle from here. It helps them to keep it in place as they keep paddling. Alright guys, so this is amazing. So this is what you have here. It's been a nice one, I must say. It's been a nice one, and it is really good to see that such are being preserved for people like us that never had a clue or have seen something like this to come and see it in recent, you understand, and generations and generations to come. So this is really good. So you can see the fort being so colorful behind me. The lighting system makes it just so beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna end my journey from the other side, and yeah, I can call it a day, smiling and know that it's been really a great day. Wow, I hope you are enjoying so far with me. So, still have many boats there. Yeah, so basically guys, this is how the Omani, when they took over Bahrain, built this fort in order for defense and for economic purposes, you know, as they will want to have rule over the kingdom and make sure that they are not being sent away. So they needed to build something like this that keeps them going and preserve or protect them from intruders or enemies. Yeah, so that's the kingdom for you, and it's night time. It becomes so beautiful. So I'm trying to be fast enough to cover that other part outside before it gets too dark. Yeah. Wow. See the beauty of the fort. Amazing, guys. So amazing for me and us. guys, make sure you come here. Come and enjoy the beauty of this place. Come and explore it with your family and enjoy this beautiful place. It's just from 1.1 BD. So come and have it. Alright, so now I'm walking out. It's been an amazing time. Thank you, brother. Standing right in front of Arad Fort and standing right in front of the sea here in Arad within the park. I am saying that it has been a nice time, and so I'm inviting you to come and see for yourself the measures that the Omani put in place in the 15th and 16th century when they were occupying Bahrain. And this fort was basically for defensive measures, you know. So up there you saw where they had windows and they had cannons that were used to as defensive measures. The windows through which they would place the cannon to attack the enemies if an enemy was approaching. Okay, the windows are those big opening you can see the bright light also coming from. And so it is amazing, the thickness, the diameter, the height of it, the solidness of it is just so amazing. I took a risk by walking on one of the platform, and it was just so stable. And so guys, come and enjoy for yourself, and also enjoy this view of Manama standing from this point. Everything is so amazing. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share. For more videos, subscribe to Benai's TV. Guys, subscribe. I'm bringing you a lot of amazing things about the Kingdom of Bahrain and around the world. So, your encouragement is, of course, needed for me to keep doing videos like this. Have a great time, and don't forget to share.